Yo, what the fuck is going down, everybody? It's your boy, Sauceman X, checking back at you niggas with another goddamn video today. But anyways, man, we're back with another political video with this goddamn bitch. And you already see this shit by the title. This video is obviously going to be about Bernie Sanders. And obviously, I've not made a video about any of the Democratic presidential candidates in a very long time, and of course the reason why I didn't do it is because there's obviously so many fucking Democrats running for president, and I didn't really feel the need to talk about any of them because obviously they have no chance against Donald Trump, and they still don't have a chance against Donald Trump, but apparently one candidate, okay, we're actually narrowing it down, and I think the primaries are going to be happening within the next few months, and then eventually probably, well, I don't even remember exactly what month it is, okay, probably like around, July, maybe June or July or some shit like that, we'll actually have an official candidate running against Donald Trump as the Democratic nominee, and we already know it's literally narrowing down all the way down to 3 candidates, because we already know that everyone else essentially just dropped out the race, okay, all these random ass fucking Democrats running for president just all randomly just dropped out the race. We have fucking, what was that guy's name? You have Cory Booker dropping out, Kamala Harris, all these ridiculous fucking people, Julian Castro, you got fucking Beto O'Rourke, which, that nigga dropped out a long time ago. The only irrelevant candidate you have running for president right now is just Andrew Yang, and he's eventually drop out the race, unfortunately, even though I feel like the entire mainstream media has fucked over Andrew Yang by refusing to ask him enough debate questions just because he's not a radical Democrat just like everybody else in the Democrat Party. So we already know. Okay, we already know it's literally all narrowing down to 3 candidates that is going to go on and face against Donald Trump. And as I said, it's going to be really fucking entertaining, regardless of who wins. Okay, regardless of who wins the Democratic, the fucking, what do you call that shit? Whoever gets nominated, the Democratic nomination, whoever fucking wins, it's going to be a really interesting fucking ending, you know what I'm saying, to the 2020 election when Donald Trump gets reelected, obviously, because obviously they're going to be going head-to-head against each other. We're going to see we're going to see presidential debates against Donald Trump. Is literally going to be fucking amazing in my personal opinion, and we'll see, okay? In my opinion, obviously, Donald Trump is going to win this election, okay? He's not going to have a hard time convincing people to vote for him, and I think that Bernie Sanders might actually embarrass himself since he's most likely going to be the candidate running against Donald Trump. So this video is basically going to be about Bernie Sanders and why his plans make absolutely no fucking sense. Okay, I'm going to boil down most of everything that he stands for and why it literally, in my personal opinion, makes no sense for anyone to actually, you know what I'm saying, support him unless they want to change the entire course of the economy and change this entire country for better or for worse. But obviously, I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that this is literally going to be for the worst. So it's literally just Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Joe Biden running for president, and we already know who's gonna fucking, okay, we already know that, Joe Biden's obviously not gonna fucking win, okay, that nigga has dementia or some shit like that. He's probably gonna die, you know what I'm saying, within the next 5 years, unfortunately. And then you also have fucking Elizabeth Warren, which people supported her at first, but apparently people don't support her anymore because she said something to Bernie Sanders or some shit like that, so it's like shifting or whatever. So we're gonna know that Bernie Sanders looks like he's gonna be the Democratic nominee. So in this video, I'm basically gonna explain, and I already made videos in the past about explaining why socialism doesn't work, but in this video, I'm essentially gonna explain why his plans and what he wants to do as president literally make no fucking sense. So we already know, let me just go out and get into this shit. So we already know that one of my main fucking arguments, okay, one of my main fucking arguments for why Bernie Sanders' plans will not work in my personal opinion is obviously due to the fact that why would anyone, okay, and I know that most people who actually support Bernie Sanders are probably people that are unaware of the success of this economy, unaware about the success of this country, because unfortunately, in my personal opinion, considering the fact that the mainstream media indoctrinates people, spreads fake news, leaves out detailed information, leaves out great things going on in this country to try to promote the narrative to get it for you to go against Donald Trump and wanting people to vote Democrat and all this ridiculous bullshit. We already know that most people, in my opinion, that support Bernie Sanders don't realize how great the economy is, and they actually think that his plans make fucking sense without actually looking into the fundamentals of the shit and the actual benefits. They literally think that this whole Bernie Sanders socialism thing is literally just a fucking fairy tale where everyone gets free shit. You just vote for him, you know what I'm saying? You're just gonna get a bunch of free shit, okay? You're just gonna get all this crazy shit. The government's gonna, to take care of you, and you're gonna have to do absolutely nothing and have absolutely no personal responsibility whatsoever, and there's gonna be no consequences for it, okay? And the rich people are just going to pay for everything, and then this country will be amazing. What people got to realize is that one of the main reasons why people shouldn't even vote for Bernie Sanders, in my personal opinion, is obviously because his plans make no fucking sense. And obviously, why would anyone, okay, when we're literally 4 years in, well, technically 3 years, but if you know what I'm saying, by the time Trump gets reelected, it's going to be 4 years. We're literally closing in on being 4 years in Donald Trump's presidency. We have obviously seen the greatest economy in the history of this country. We've seen record number fucking job growth, okay? You know what I'm saying? Jobs are continuing to be created. We obviously have the greatest fucking economy. Black unemployment is at an all-time low. Hispanic unemployment is at an all-time low. The unemployment rate in general has hit like a 50-year low or some shit like that. We have an amazing, you know what I'm saying, amazing country, obviously due to people having more money in their pocket, due to, you know what I'm saying, tax cuts, deregulation, you know what I'm saying, Trump deregulating businesses, which essentially makes the government smaller, okay? And that's one of the main things is that Donald Trump, the reason why the economy is doing so good, obviously, you know what I'm saying, with obviously Donald Trump and the trade deals that he's doing, you know what I'm saying, with NAFTA, the tariffs that he's done on China, you know what I'm saying, that causes job growth, the tax cuts, the deregulation, the fucking, what do you call that shit, the Urban Revitalization Act, which basically increased black home ownership. You have all this crazy fucking shit, sending lots of money places, you know what I'm saying, that helps the economy even more, helps infrastructure and business even more. You have all this fucking crazy shit, okay? I made a whole video explaining why he helped the economy and helped America become great again, essentially, from an economic standpoint. We have the greatest economy, we have the greatest stock market in the history of this country due to the things that Donald Trump implemented and due to us being a capitalist fucking country, you know what I'm saying? And due to, you know what I'm saying, all that crazy shit. But one of the main things is obviously that this economy that we're seeing right now, that most people don't even realize that is actually greater than it has ever been in the history of this country, is obviously attributed to having the government become smaller. Okay, it's literally the government's becoming smaller. More capitalism means smaller government, more personal freedom to actually do business and get things done, which obviously is attributed to, you know what I'm saying, Trump deregulating businesses so they save a lot more fucking money. Okay, they have, you know, save a lot more money, more products are being made in America. The more nationalist we are, the more, you know what I'm saying, the more capitalism we have, the smaller the government is, the greater the fucking country is in terms of people, you know what I'm saying, unemployment rate and people getting jobs and things like that. So it's obviously attributed to a smaller government. So one of my main arguments is that if you support Bernie Sanders, you think that his plans are for the best of this for this fucking country, then you got to realize is that the only thing that Bernie Sanders will do, okay, even if Bernie Sanders' plans work, okay, which obviously it won't work in my personal opinion, but even if it does work, okay, it will all be attributed to making the government bigger, okay, and obviously with his fucking plans, he wants the government to be way too fucking big, okay, he wants the government to be completely out of control, big in terms of taxation, trillions of dollars in taxes, regardless if he wants the rich to only the rich pay for it, or fucking middle class people pay for it, because you're eventually gonna have to get to that point with all the crazy ass plans that he wants. You know what I'm saying? It's eventually going to lead to a very huge fucking government. It's literally, he wants government-controlled healthcare with all this free healthcare bullshit. So it's literally going to lead to a bigger government, which means more socialism. Okay, well, his fucking plans are more socialist. So essentially, when does it ever happen? Okay, when does it ever happen where there is a country, even though it's a capitalist country, where there's free healthcare where that actually works? Okay, you can say in Canada that, you know, free healthcare works in Canada, but again, their taxes are most likely very higher. You got all these other countries that have free healthcare and all this socialized programs and shit like that. They all have very huge fucking taxes. Okay, their taxes are huge as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people probably can't even live on their own because their taxes are so high. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of money is being taken out of their pocket in exchange for having free services, which, you know what I'm saying, you can just get anyways by having any type of personal responsibility. But people don't even realize that shit, okay? But the problem is that in this country, we literally have 300 million people, okay? We literally have 300 million people in this fucking country, which obviously means that you're going to have to pay a lot more. Okay, and just because socialized healthcare and all this ridiculous bullshit works in other countries doesn't necessarily imply that it's going to work in this country at all. The greatest country in the world, you know what I'm saying, with 300 million fucking people, I highly doubt creating this entire fucking country, making it all socialist healthcare and all this bullshit is necessarily going to work. So let me actually go into his actual plans, okay? Let me go into actual plans, okay? We already know I proved, you know what I'm saying, that the smaller the government is, the more personal freedom, the better the economy is, the bigger the government. It doesn't really necessarily work in terms of the economy in any country, okay? If you can name a country that's doing really well with free healthcare, I don't fucking know, okay? I highly doubt that any other country that has free healthcare was better off economically due to the taxation, due to, you know what I'm saying, more money being taken out of people's pockets, which literally makes no sense, because in order to have a great economy, you have to have money that, you know what I'm saying, that you use to spend more into the economy to help the economy. So Bernie Sanders wants to take that away from taxation. So we already know one of his biggest fucking plans is obviously free healthcare. Okay, we already know that Bernie Sanders, okay, this is why his plans will not fucking work. We already know that one of Bernie Sanders' biggest plans is obviously having free healthcare. And I already talked about why this whole free healthcare bullshit doesn't work. But we already know, just to recap on this shit even more, is that his free healthcare plan literally makes no fucking sense. Which we already know, it's already been confirmed. Okay, it's already been confirmed, whether it was Bernie Sanders' free healthcare plan or it was a fucking Elizabeth Warren's free healthcare plan, that in order to have free healthcare for this entire fucking country, we're not just talking about, oh, you know what I'm saying, people who want for, no, we're talking about for this entire country to have just every single person have free healthcare in this country. It's going to cost over $40 trillion. Okay, $40 trillion. So if you actually, okay, $40 trillion, okay, there's been things that Donald Trump has done as president where, you know what I'm saying, like I think the Space Force program or some random shit that he did, a random bill that he signed cost like $700 billion in tax dollars, and everyone was like, oh my god, if you can pay for this shit, then why can't you pay for free healthcare? It's because free healthcare literally costs 40 times anything that Donald Trump has ever signed that costs taxpayers money, you know what I'm saying, billions of dollars. Literally, okay, no matter how much money Donald Trump spends on the military, everyone likes to complain that he spends a lot more on defense spending to protect the fucking country. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much he wants to spend on taxpayer money to, you know what I'm saying, to Space Force programs, the new military branch that he created, which is another one of his accomplishments, Bernie Sanders' plan, okay, for free healthcare would cost way more than anything Donald Trump has ever put into act throughout his entire presidency. $40 trillion fucking dollars. So you already know damn well that this entire country cannot pay, okay? You cannot raise people's taxes and make them pay $40 trillion, okay? If you actually can raise people's taxes and eventually put them in a position to, you know what I'm saying, make 40, you know what I'm saying, you fucking tax people $40 trillion, that will literally make not only rich people, because we already know one of Bernie's biggest plans is obviously making the rich pay for everything. But obviously, if you want actually $40 trillion to be spent on free healthcare, it's not just the rich people who are going to pay for it. Okay, you're going to have to raise taxes on the middle class. The middle class has to pay like fucking 20 to 30% more fucking taxes. I don't know the exact details, you know what I'm saying, all the math and everything like that. But regardless of how you distribute it, okay, because that's all socialism is just redistributing wealth. If you want to distribute it, however which way you want, it will be detrimental to the economy. If you only want rich people to pay for the majority of the $40 trillion, that will completely fuck up rich people's lives. And a lot of rich people obviously own their own companies, own their own businesses, and they won't be able to hire as much people or create more jobs. Because we already know more jobs is being created as attributed to rich people getting a tax cut through Donald Trump's tax cut plan. So you're basically going to raise their taxes, make their jobs get less, okay, which would mean that the unemployment rate would rise. And then you still wouldn't be able to pay for free healthcare unless you want to completely destroy the economy and completely, you know what I'm saying, just eradicate rich people, okay, just completely just fucking tax the shit out of them to where they won't even be able to support themselves. That won't fucking work. You know what I'm saying? And then you also have the fucking free healthcare bullshit, okay? The only way for that to work is if you tax the middle class. And if you tax the middle class way too much, then people are going to be complaining. So regardless, it's just a complete shit show, okay? The free healthcare bullshit will not work at all. And then it will be a complete shit show, okay? It will literally be a complete shit show because all of this taxation will not fucking work. You have to tax the poor people a lot more. And then the next counter argument that people like to make is that, oh, if you want free healthcare for everyone, you would have to, you know what I'm saying, we can just make the government pay for it. And I'm just saying that if you want free healthcare for this entire fucking country, and you're trying to make the taxpayers pay for it, but then you also want the government to literally increase their spending just on free healthcare for everyone, that will literally cause even more disaster because healthcare will be fucking terrible. Okay, you really think you really think that government-controlled free healthcare is actually going to be good for this country? That it's actually going to be legitimate? That it's actually going to fucking, you know what I'm saying, be high-quality healthcare, higher quality it is? No! If the government ever makes anything free for you, it's not going to be high quality. I can guarantee you that shit. Because they're not going to be willing to spend that much money. Out of all the money that the government needs to spend on a daily basis, they're not going to be spending $40 trillion on free healthcare for everyone. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And actually make it as high quality as possible. It's not going to fucking happen. Okay? It's literally not going to fucking happen. We have too much debt in this country. We're like trillions of dollars into debt. The government's not going to spend, you know what I'm saying, exuberant amounts of money for extremely high quality healthcare. That'll just make this whole situation a lot worse. So you're either going to get cheap ass fucking healthcare, very, very cheap ass fucking healthcare, which will ruin lives, or you're just going to ruin more people's lives because you're too busy taxing them all the fucking time, regardless of how much you want to justify, or no matter how much you wanted to, you know what I'm saying, distribute it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're going to make rich people pay for this. It's going to fuck up the economy regardless. And then the other counter argument is that, oh, you know what I'm saying? People are saying that we need to lower the wages of healthcare professionals, which that's going to cause more of those people to quit their jobs. Not only is it immoral, but it's going to make these people quit their jobs because they're not going to be able to support the lifestyle that they have. You know what I'm saying? So it's just completely, it's not definitive, it makes no fucking sense, and it's very fucking costly, and it literally makes no sense to do a 180 on how great the economy is just for the sake of taxation for programs that make no fucking sense. And then you also have another one of his plans, okay, which is one of the craziest things, is that he wants to have student loan debt forgiveness, okay, student loan debt forgiveness. So in addition to all the crazy shit that I'm explaining, Bernie Sanders still wants, okay, student loan debt forgiveness. Somehow he's going to get every single person that's ever been in student loan debt and people that are actually planning to go to college, which I'm pretty sure there's hundreds of thousands of Americans planning to go to college. He's going to have all of them just have, like you're going to have free college, okay? There's going to be absolutely no fucking problem. You're going to have fucking free college and it's somehow going to work. You're not going to have to pay anything. And then you also have people who already, you know what I'm saying, people who already went to college trying to pay off their student loans. It's just going to be all relieved, along with the free healthcare plan. That literally makes no fucking sense. Especially considering the fact that there's more people in this country, you know what I'm saying, that have more student loan debt than credit card debt. You know what I'm saying? There's more student loan debt in this country than credit card debt. So that in and of itself makes no fucking sense. So that's literally just a shit show. Doesn't make any fucking sense. And people want to say that, oh, you can just like gradually tax them over time. That's going to take you fucking long and it's not going to, it's not going to relieve everything in an instant. Okay, it's not going to be as easy. It's going to be a very long drawn out process that will make the economy become a lot fucking worse. And as I said, we have the greatest economy in the world. Why would we want to change? And then of course, Bernie Sanders also wants this ridiculous plan that, what was it fucking called? He wants to lower the minimum, he wants to raise the minimum wage. He wants to raise the fucking minimum wage to $15 an hour. And along with free student loan debt forgiveness and all this fucking free healthcare bullshit, that will not fucking work. Okay, as I said, a country with 300 million people requiring businesses who hire people. These can be small businesses who are just starting off that literally cannot survive without only paying their employees $7 an hour. You're going to force them by law to make them pay $15 an hour? That would literally make no fucking sense. Okay, that would literally make no fucking sense, and in the end, that will cause more business owners to come out of business, and it will cause more fucking crazy shit, more regulations, and therefore it will cause the entire economy to fall down, and job growth completely decrease, and you're gonna have to raise the prices. If you work at a fast food restaurant, they're gonna have to raise the prices of the menu, which will cause less consumption and will make the economy become worse. Over and over again. So this entire thing literally makes no fucking sense, along with this environmental reform bullshit, which that's going to cost even more trillions of dollars, which is literally the exact opposite of what Donald Trump has been doing. He's been cutting things, he's been cutting deals, changing deals to save money. He wants to start more, Bernie Sanders wants to start more deals to make people pay more. Make people pay more. That will be detrimental to the economy. So it literally makes no fucking sense. His plans are nothing but taxes, okay? Nothing but taxes, and making the rich people pay for it literally is just some fucking bullshit. It makes no fucking sense. It's like you're trying to, demonize people for being rich. You're trying to demonize people for being rich in the exchange of people, who just want free shit, who can't understand the concept of personal responsibility. So all of that shit makes no fucking sense. And one of the main reasons is that not only is this going to take a very long time for any of these things to be implemented, not only are none of these plans definitive and will, completely correlates to the entire economy collapsing, you literally, with all this fucking ridiculous socialism bullshit that makes no fucking sense and demonizes rich people just for taking advantage of their, taking advantage of capitalism and getting rid of capitalism or getting rid of a significant portion of capitalism, you literally have that all piled on the fact, and I hate to bring it up, okay, I hate to bring it up, but you're also piling up on that shit, on the fact that you literally have Bernie Sanders. Okay, this guy, Bernie Sanders, I believe that he's like 78 years old or some shit like that. This dude is literally 78 years old. And I'm just saying that if this guy ever becomes president, he will literally not even last the first term. Okay, and I hate to fucking say this shit, but if Bernie Sanders were to actually become president of the United States, he will not last the fucking first term, okay? He would die of some shit. He had a heart attack a few months ago. I mean, goddamn, okay? I'm just saying, okay? He literally had a heart attack. If he actually becomes president, I don't think he'll last 8 years, okay? He's like 78 years old, 79 years old. You really think that this guy's going to be president and be fully, functional by the time at the end of his second term? Let alone if he even lives to be in his second term. Like, I don't even think it makes any sense. I don't think it's definitive at all. So I think that Bernie Sanders, if he actually does become president, he will probably die as president. And that is literally not a good fucking thing. So that's it, okay? That's literally it, okay? That's why I don't think Bernie Sanders' plans, not to make this video too long, even though it's almost 20 minutes, this is Bernie Sanders' plans don't make any fucking sense in my personal opinion. So we already know that one of the main points is obviously why would you want the economy to do a 180 and create all these socialized programs which will only increase in taxpayer money when Donald Trump has been cutting taxes and cutting programs, that is a detriment to tax money, that is a detriment to taxpayer money, and, basically changing things to where more products are made in the United States, which will preserve the economy and preserve capitalism. So, anyway, stop and think in the comment section of this shit. We do not need to completely change the economy for the sake of socialized programs just because people want free shit and don't understand the concept of personal responsibility and don't understand the concept of the negative side effects of the plans that he's trying to implement and how it will actually be detrimental and not as good as they actually thought it would be. So anyways, tell me what you think in the comment section. Just hit your boy the Sauceman X. I'm checking the fucking out of your. Peace.